Good evening. It is 6:35 on Monday. It is freezing. Anybody watching? How you doing? How you been? I just finished up at the superstore. I had to grab some stuff. You know, you go away for a weekend and the kids eat all your food. So, not even a weekend. I was away for like a day. So I had to go out and pick up some stuff, and it is cold. I mean, my car says -8 right now, which really isn't horribly bad, but I mean, it's cold. I'm getting really sucky in my old age. I don't know, it's cold. I have to figure out a way to clean my camera lens because, man, apparently she mucky. We're all weird and fuzzy. Sorry. So I was off work today. So I got to sleep in a little bit today. I think I slept in until about 11:30-ish. And just sort of laid there for, I don't know, 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and mucked around on the Twitter and caught up on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook very often, like to check in on people or check my posts or whatever. I go on Facebook primarily to get memes so that I can spread the joy all over Twitter. And occasionally I'll find a juicy one to share on Facebook, because Facebook is much, although Facebook is a lot more like douchier on what you can and cannot share on Facebook. I put a meme up there, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago on Facebook that I got off of Twitter. That showed, it was implying nipple. Let's put it that way, okay? Didn't actually show anything. It was implied, okay? On Twitter, you can show all the nipple you want. Like, nobody cares. People flash their junk all over Twitter. Nobody gives a shit. Facebook cares deeply. So this wasn't actual nudity. It was implied. And it got taken down like immediately. And I got, I don't know, like a warning on my page or whatever, which has finally vanished, I think. Whatever. I get those from time to time just with like regular posts, but whatever. Like stuff that I will put up, some word vomit or whatever. You know, they call it they used to call it an opinion back in the day. And Facebook really doesn't like it when you share your opinion, unless it's following the norm. Yeah, anyways, so I don't really go on Twitter all that often. Or Facebook. We love Twitter. We love and adore Twitter. Twitter is fantastic. It is a fabulous shit show and we love it. So I did that for a little bit and finally rolled my lazy ass out of bed. I had some cooking to do. I had 6 food bags to cook. So I cooked 1. I now have, and I got 3 more today. Like, it's just the overflow of HelloFresh food bags that I have is getting crazy. So I'm hoping to pull it together and at least get 3 more bags cooked tonight. Well, I'm going to cook as much as I can. Let's just put it that way. I'm off tomorrow and I have the guys coming to start my backsplash tomorrow. He said between like 8:30 and 9. So I have to have my counters all cleared off and everything, which means moving all that to the dining room. My poor dining room. But I'm assuming I also won't be able to cook properly for a few days because they're gonna, my kitchen, well, my entire house, the walls is that old wood paneling shit. And to do this backsplash, they have to take that paneling out and then drywall and then do the thing with the backsplash. So it's going to be a big job. And I would imagine it's, I'm pretty sure he had said that it was going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So I figure if I cook up a bunch of food bags for me, like even if I only cook up 3 bags, it's for me, it's 2 meals a bag. I mean, they're rather large portions, and they're actually meant for 2 people. So unless it's something like nachos that you have to eat right away, I generally break it up into 2 meals. Things that are like salads or nachos, things like that, I will eat the whole thing. Like, not a problem. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. But yeah, when it's like pasta and stuff, not to say that I couldn't eat the 2 portions, but I don't. I try not to. Sometimes I'll have half for dinner, and then, you know, around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm like, I'm snacky. I'm going to have the other half that pasta. So if I cook up 3, that'll be enough meals for at least for a week. So, but I want to cook up maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then I have most of my cooking caught up. So, because I would hate to have to throw any of it out. I mean, if I don't cook last week's 3 bags up soon, I'm gonna have to toss them, and I really don't want to have to do that. So it's, you know, literally just throwing my money in the garbage. So I gotta do that tonight. And yeah, tomorrow just do a sort of meet and greet with the contractors and find out what's going on, what has to be done, how long it's going to take, if there's anything they need from me. It's paid for, so they don't need anything that way, but, you know, if there's anything extra they need me to do, whatever, like, it's fine. I'm off for the day. He had actually called me tonight and said, you know, there was, his schedule is all messed up because of the snow over the weekend. I guess he was like in the London area, and or was it Toronto area? It was one or the other. And I guess they got a lot more snow. We had really crappy weather. I was more like Strathroy area, Saturday and Sunday. And it was bad. Driving home Sunday sucked butt. It was horrible. I drove past an SUV that had driven right off the road into a ditch, and there was a truck stopped in the middle of the road, and Buddy was running out to go help him. And I mean, it was not a good time. It was fine. I made it home. I was fine. I drove very slow. I drove about 10 to 15 kilometers under the speed limit the majority of the way home. Too bad. You don't like it? Feel free to try and go around me. You can run off the road. I do not care. I'm not going to stop for you. Just saying. So yeah, I guess the London, Toronto area got hit a lot more, and so jobs got pushed back. Because he couldn't get to them, like the weekend jobs. So the weekend jobs he was doing today, and then, you know, Monday's jobs he was hoping to do tomorrow, like kind of like that, which would have pushed me back until Wednesday. And he asked if that was okay, and I said, well, I mean, I took Tuesday off to do this. I can't take any more time off work. Like, you know, I was off Monday too. Like, I'm not taking 3 days off. It's not happening. And even if I wanted to, I don't think my boss would allow it. So I was like, he's like, well, I can call this other guy and see if I can move him, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, listen. If you can, please try. If you can't, it is what it is. I have to go out tonight anyway. I will go get a key made up. I will leave the key in a disclosed spot for you and do what you got to do because I need this done. But if you can swing the other guy to, you know, move, that would be ideal, because I would like to be here so that we can talk shop, and then I know what I need to know, you know whatever you need to know, and, you know, we can go from there. Woohoo! Again, I will have a key made for you, and, you know, whatever. So he called me. He's like, you know, yeah, I'll call you back in a few minutes. You know, he was going on about, you know, the fuckery of the weekend. And I said, you know, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I feel really bad, and I hate to be pushy. However, and he was really cool. He was like, yeah, don't be sorry. It's not your fault. It's not your problem. It's my problem. Like, it's like, it's nobody's fault. It's the weather. Like, it happens. It's all part of the job, you know. I felt bad. I did feel bad. However, right? So he called me back pretty much right away, and he was able to move stuff around and whatever. So we're still on the ball for tomorrow. So yes. So hopefully he'll be able to go and pick everything up from the Home Depot without any issue. So like I said, I'm going to have to tidy out the kitchen at some point tonight, everything that's on the counters, and probably move my dining room table over and out of the way, because they're probably going to have to leave, you know, backsplash and, you know, drywall and whatever in my living room. So probably have to drag out my sleeping bags and stuff to lay on the floor to protect my floor. Don't want no scratches on the floor. God, I'd be so mad. So yeah, things are starting to move along. So yeah, that's about all the news that's fit to print with me. I hope everybody out there in the world is doing well and keeping warm, and if you're not somewhere that gets cold, fuck you. I mean that with the utmost respect. But I think I'm gonna boot. I've got a bunch of groceries in the trunk, and quite frankly, I have some chips and dip back there with my name on them. So I'm going to go and get done what I can do, and that's kind of how that's going to go. So anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.